Hello, it's us again
Back on the couch.
at Cases Music.
Yep.
Keeping in the way we've been going with unboxing new stuff that we've never seen before, today we're going to unbox some new stuff that we've never seen before.
We are.
It is Positive Grid Day.
Positive Grid.
So for those of you
What
who-
is Positive
well,
Grid?
Positive Grid is a really cool company that's relatively new on the market. They became really well known for their Spark amps. Spark amps, for those of you who don't know, well, if you don't know, then just watch the video and then you'll know.
Yeah.
Because we
This
have
video?
some. This video.
This video. We'll show you what spark amps are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to break this video into two parts.
we are. We're going to show you the stuff.
We're going to show you the stuff, and then we're going to open and play with the stuff,
Figure out how it works.
figure out how it works,
Yeah.
because neither of us have seen it before.
No.
And then we'll make a video showing you how to use the stuff.
So, high level, it's an amplifier. But in truth, it's more than an amplifier. And that'll be borne out in the second part of the video. So let's get into it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to start with the smallest box first.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So we didn't just get some Spark amps. We got a bunch of different types of Spark amps and accessories and stuff like that. So we're going to start small and we're going to go big. So this is the box.
That would be a lovely metaphor for the entire place, actually.
Start small and get big.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Oh my God, it has paper.
It is paper.
Look.
Okay. So let's start as small as we can go.
This is a Spark Go smart guitar and bass amp plus Bluetooth speaker.
It's true.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about all of these Spark products is that they are cross instrument. So full range, full frequency. They let you use a bass. They let you use a guitar.
You want to open it now? Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, why don't you open
right.
that one? Two different colors, black and a pearl finish. This is the pearl one, so we're not going to open the pearl one
no.
because
Let that be a reward for someone else.
requires protecting.
Maybe we shouldn't even put it out. We should hide it in the basement and know that we have it.
Well, I think that
Schrodinger's amp.
I think that what we're going to do is we're going to open that one and we're just going to keep it.
Oh.
We're just going to keep that one because we should have one.
I
And that
agree.
way we can set up the app and
Yes.
people can play with it in
you're
the
right.
store and
The app. Now, there's a big
we'll
part
get
of this.
into the app. So
Yeah, because you can control these amps with your phone. I know.
Very
it
much.
sounds weird, but
the app that goes along with this is essentially your brain for any of the Spark amps, and it's the same app across all of their different amp lines. The app is going to act as a amp sim, and so it's a modeling amp. It will mimic different amps, different speakers, different gain types.
now would be a good time for us to interject something which is, I think, needing to be said. No, it's not a tube amp. No, it's not a solid state amp. A solid state amp is different than a tube amp, is different than a computer amp, and so there's probably going to be like the initial reaction in at least one person's head where it's like, well, it's not a real amp if it's basically a computer. It's like, nope, it's not. It's a little computer that sounds like an amp, and you treat it as such. The cool part about technology like this is not that it is intending to replace tube amps. We have some lovely tube amps up in the front. We have a vintage Trace Elliot, and we have some really nice new Fenders. So we love tube amps. We also love things that are innovative like this. So no, it is not. It's not the same as a traditional amp. It's different. You use it in different ways for different things, and the coolness comes from that. Is like a rabbit is not a turkey, is not a chicken, is not a car, and a digital amplifier is not a tube amplifier or a solid state one. They're all unique in their own way.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to open it and without wrecking it, which is what's probably wrecking it. Oh, you see? There you go. We need to switch roles here. You need to be the
Okay,
box
I'll be the
opener.
opener. 'Cause I'm the technician, the
Apparently.
technical one.
Oh.
You know it. We know it. The need,
need
for
for
guitar,
guitar
is
is
strong. Okay, oh, that sounded a little culty.
That's fine. What's wrong with the cult? If it's a rock and roll cult, that's okay.
It is.
Oh,
That's fair.
what's this?
This is the front speaker grill plate. Let's just open this up.
All right.
We're going to play with it. That's our grill plate.
All right.
Quick start guide. You're better at English. You have an English degree.
Positive Grid, yeah. Welcome to Spark Go. Check out this guide to set up your personal jam space. What's in the box? There is the alternate grill, so it's not just a...
It's not just a black
The
grill.
grill, it's
It is
the
the
alternate
alternate grill in case you want to. Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the factory grill on it. I mean, this is
Yeah,
nice.
Yep.
If you want a blackface amp,
yes,
but
yeah. I think that looks
I
nicer.
like that
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah,
Yeah, cute.
it is. I'm curious about something. See?
It's got a strap handle on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, for context, it is almost the same, like maybe slightly heavier than an iPhone. So this is a standard plain Jane iPhone. So it's about that much weight. The construction is sturdier than I was expecting. Like, you kind of think that sometimes these little things are going to be flimsy, but it's really not. It seems like there's... Oh, that's nice. When you...
Yes, your volume is
Yeah.
right over top of the jack.
Nice. Fits in the palm of your hand.
It absolutely does.
Yeah. So let's see. Download and install the Spark app to unlock all of your smart features, gear, and more. So we need to go and get an app. Well, let's find out. Let's do the process.
We'll do the app.
So it's got a little code here, QR code. So we will start by following its instructions.
So while Craig is doing that silently, part of the reason why we brought this in, one of the parents of our students had one and he came and demoed it for us.
Blew our minds.
It was really wild. And one of the things that he mentioned is there's no paywall on the app. And a lot of companies do that. They'll say, hey, we've got this app that goes along with the product, and the app is free, and then you can't use...
It comes with like 2 sounds, and it baits
there's
you into
80% of the features are locked behind this paywall.
I hate that.
Not with Spark. With all the Spark products, the app, you register the product that you have into the app. It opens up all the features, and all those features are the same whether you're using the amp this size or one of the larger ones that all.
Okay, so I just installed it, and we got the loading screen. It would like to use Bluetooth. I will allow it. Would like to send me notifications. I will not allow that. And start. Snap. Okay, so now it is asking me for which of the amplifiers we're going to pair it with. So this is what, Spark Go?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to click on Spark Go, and it says power this thing on.
We didn't charge it, so I don't know if it came pre-charged.
This might be the moment where we go, and a few minutes later.
A few moments later. So while he's going through that, just a quick physical run through of how this amp goes. Power on-off button and charging port right underneath it, which you would expect. Your 1/4-inch instrument input here, and your volume control surrounds it. It feels good. It's a good feeling control. Like it doesn't feel cheap.
I like that it's sort of, I don't know if the right word is divoted, but like you can feel it.
Yeah, it's got
Notched. Yeah.
right. You've also got a music volume up and down. A preset selector button.
Oh, for
there's 4
yeah.
presets that you can run on here, and a headphone out jack. Now that headphone out jack is going to come into play importantly later when we talk about how to supersize this rig with another Spark product. That's really cool.
It says it's connecting.
I believe it.
I have no
I'm
reason
gonna
to doubt it.
I'm gonna grab a guitar real quick.
Well, really? That one?
Well, might as well
Yeah.
play a nice guitar.
He knows I like that guitar. And right now, Jake is playing through a Marshall. See? Let's turn the gain down a bit, though. Oh, look, the gain is down. So as you can see, we have a little model of an amplifier, and you can adjust all the stuff in it. So I'll turn the volume down and turn the gain up. Cool, eh? Now I've moved to the model of an orange. Okay.
So this is what we've been on this video for a grand total of 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Half of that was just us talking about nonsense. And in that time, we've
Unboxed it, set it up, did a firmware update, put the software on my phone, And I'm about to turn on the simulation of the tube screamer.
All right.
Go for it.
This is actually for the size of this.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing as when.
Wow. As you can tell, I'm not the guitar player in the bunch.
The Stonebreaker. I don't know what that is, but Anyways, what we hope you're taking away from this is basically it's a thing the same size as your phone, weighs the same amount. It's an amplifier, and you can go through all sorts of different models on your phone. You're controlling the sound of it with your phone. So, whether it's practice or whether you're talking about actually jamming with people, this line offers you an immense amount of stuff. I'm actually, I'm gonna. Now, check this out. As Jake is doing that, you'll see the models change on the phone. Yep, there we go. So, not only can you control the amp with your phone, but you can control the phone with your amp.
This is cool.
It is cool. Yeah, it's addictively cool. Yeah.
So that's like a really, really quick run through of the app and how you use the amp modeling and effect modeling.
Yep.
There is oodles of features.
And, by the way, just to remind people, we started with the smallest amp. We have a bunch of boxes, and these go all the way up to like a really big version of this. So if this thing here, this small, is this cool, I'm really keen to see what that beast over there is all about.
All right, so I'm going to turn this off now.
Okay, let's put the case candy back.
Yep, we will we'll discuss.
Sparko is in pairing mode. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. No, it's good.
If you tap it, it goes into pairing mode. If you hold it, it turns off.
All right.
So, yeah, I get excited very easily.
Well,
so
it's cool
it
stuff.
It is cool stuff.
Also, anyone who's ever hurt their back carrying an amplifier can't not look at this and go, yeah.
Well, that's just it. Just noticed a trend in the music industry for guitar players. It's, I wouldn't say gone are the days of the big bulky amps.
But
because they
necessary.
absolutely have their place,
Yeah.
but they're not necessary all the time
No.
anymore. It's if you are doing a small gig,
Yeah.
If you're doing a big gig, most modern amps now that are coming out, like as in designed recently, have some sort of audio output to run directly into the board.
Yeah, I mean, we're you know the story of Pete Seeger getting really angry with Bob Dylan for turning up at the Newport Folk Festival with his electric band, and Seeger was threatening to cut the cables of the amplifiers because it was supposed to be a folk festival. It was acoustic, and Dylan had essentially committed heresy by turning up with an electric guitar, right? Everyone's like, ah! Well, now we look at a Fender Stratocaster into a Fender amplifier and think of that as fairly traditional. This is just music technology moving forward. It's super cool. Like I said earlier, does it replace a tube amp? Of course not. You shouldn't think of it as a tube amp or any kind of amp. You should think of it as a cool little computer amplifier thingy that attaches to your phone, allowing you incredible amounts of mobility while retaining sound quality and not having to go and see your chiropractor every time you do a gig.
That's true.
That's an old man thing to say, but it's not untrue.
You know what? I've had my fair share of moments in a chiropractic office as well. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's next?
So we're gonna go into the Big Brother, and the Big Brother.
Are we going to do all these amps?
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick run through the amps, and before we do the Big Daddy honkin' one at the end, we'll run through some of the accessories that we brought in, just so you know what else is out there. We're not gonna go on a deep dive on the accessories, but
In the same way that you are waiting, I am waiting to see the big amp.
it's
So,
true.
yeah.
And I'm going. No, Craig.
No.
Slow down.
No. Let's go with the little ones
Yeah,
first.
let's go a little big, a little big.
Hurry up! No.
So
I'm in it. What's
the
name?
Big Brother is called the Spark Mini.
Okay, cool. Very
And
good.
this is our next step up into the world of. Here, I'm going to try and do this gently.
Yeah, I was trying to do that earlier too.
Yeah, well, you didn't have my tiny screwdriver.
No, I did not. So yeah.
So
Christmas morning at my house, it was all about shredding the paper. I was the kid who absolutely could not wait to get into the presents, and it was nothing but a debris field of Christmassy stuff and bows. I suspect that you were the kid who took the paper off, unfolded it,
As an adult, I'm like
moved
that.
the tape up,
Yeah.
so that you could reuse the. My parents were all about reusing the paper.
Yeah, I don't tend to
Tear it, we
reuse the
can't
paper.
use it next year.
But I remove the tape in a way that I can fold the paper up nicely so that it packs neatly into the recycling bin. So yeah, Positive Grid, the Spark Mini. So let's just see the size.
Compare it.
It's still small. It is still mini.
One, like if you had 2 bricks of butter, look, like
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
yeah.
That's a good.
So two.
I accidentally turned it on.
Turn it on. So similar, a little bit bigger,
A little bit bigger.
like 2 butters. We're going from an iPhone to 2 butters.
We are going
Yeah.
from an iPhone to 2 butters, but all the same features. So input, music level. So the music level is specifically like when you're playing music along with it. So that is actually really nice that it has its own
That's
volume
another-
control for that.
The other thing too is we didn't even really mention that feature. So you can play, let's say you're learning a song. So you can have your song playing through the thing as well as your guitar sound. So for having to learn on the fly, being somewhere and just wanting to figure out a song, great for that. Or if backing tracks, if you're someone who say wants to just have a bass and drum backing track and you're playing guitar on top, you can also probably set that up. I'm going to say probably because I haven't done it yet, so not 100% sure how it
Oh,
works.
it goes much deeper than that.
It does.
When we get into the app, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna
Deep dive
likely
the app?
need to do a deep dive, special video, just deep diving the app.
Okay.
Because they build a whole bunch of AI features in there, which are great for jamming, practicing, learning, charting, finding effects. So we're gonna have to do a special deep dive on the app. Okay, you've also got your guitar volume and your preset dial to run through. Now, most of the Spark products come with 4 presets that you can, like, they'll have 4 presets set up. You can also go in and then modify those presets so that it's easy for you to switch through your sounds if you're going on stage. Auxiliary input on this one, that's different than the other one. So if you're running an iPod or so, well,
I thought I'm the old one.
no,
Yeah.
that's
iPod.
I make that. Yeah, okay. If you're running some sort of music playing device,
Where do you
with
put
an
the
eight-
Where do you
with
put
an
the
eight-
8-track
Yeah,
tape?
you put it in. Yeah, put it in there. Okay.
Right.
USB charging. Now a new button for pairing, its own button for pairing instead of using the power button.
Yep.
And of course your line out.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get through
We're
these.
not going to play this one.
No, if we played everyone, then this would
We'd be
not
here
be a
forever.
video. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, it looks like a little stack.
It does. Yeah. And there's again the size of the iPhone.
Okay. Okay. So the next is their big popular one, the Spark amp. This is the Spark amp that started it all. What? Oh, you want to open the Pearl?
Why not?
Okay. we'll
It'll look
open the-
different than-
It will look different. Okay. 2 different colors in the Positive Grid products.
So far, we've seen the black.
seen
We
the
haven't seen
black.
the pearl. So we're about to
We'll open a Pearl one.
pearl review. Well, I want to know what the pearl looks like.
I know.
You do too.
Oh, so yeah, absolutely.
Ooh. Oh.
Sometimes you just gotta lap it.
I
Okay.
hear that. Oh. Substantial
Spark amp.
setup.
Yeah,
Step
this,
up.
This is quite a bit. So this is now a 40-watt amp. So our audio quality is going to go up by quite a bit. You look
Well, I'm intrigued by the product that we're about to share with the community, and
combination of anticipation and possibly constipation.
now. You ever look at something and you know you're going to buy it? You know there's going to be some point at which you're going to figure out some way of squirreling away enough cash to get the thing that like you can't stop thinking about.
Craig has that
I
feeling
have
a
this
lot in this
sneaking.
store.
Yeah, it requires real discipline to work here. Let me tell you. Yeah,
So
comes with a small box.
it does. It comes with.
Are those
stickers.
stickers?
Those are stickers. I love stickers.
Stickers are
I
fun.
love getting case candy stickers.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are fun. But also now An independent power cable. So this was this is a plug-in, not a. Like, these ones are both battery powered. So you've got power cable setups in this box.
That's awesome.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Making me stand up.
I am. Also, anyone needs styrofoam, we can give you a killer deal on lots of pieces of styrofoam.
It's true.
I'm excited about this. I won't say that I'm not. Oh, it does look nice.
It does. That. Well, this is gorgeous. Actually,
It is actually.
I do really like the pearl. I like the pearl.
Yeah. The Tolex feels nice. So, oh, this is neat. Oh, that's cool.
So you've got more options.
The
with
control.
This.
So this has more controls on the top. So it looks as though there is a knob that will go through a cycle, a different number of amplifiers. We have acoustic, bass, clean, glassy, crunch, high gain, and metal. Then we have a gain control, bass, middle, treble, master, modulation, delay, reverb, and output. So it looks like a lot of smart amps that you might see these days. But yeah, I can't wait to take this bad dog out for a walk. Yeah, and it has an attractive. Look at that.
It does.
Yeah.
There is also an optional carrying case for this guy,
See,
which is really nice. There's also, as we've seen on the other ones, an independent music volume control. On the back, we've got a beefier USB out, as well as an aux in, and I think that's the Bluetooth.
it looks like
Maybe.
Oh, it's not the Bluetooth symbol.
No, that's a different symbol. It's a wireless symbol for
a
sure.
wireless symbol. Yeah. Oh, it's
That's not a button. It's a light.
it's a light. Yeah.
Schmuck. Yeah, that was me. Sorry, I schmucked it.
Anyways, so yeah, this is the thing that if you've seen Spark advertisements, this is the main one that they talk about a lot. I didn't think it was this nice.
Neither did I, actually.
Well,
Now we know.
So, yeah,
we
now we
were
know.
foolish in thinking it wasn't nice before.
we were, yeah. And again, I'm the guy who will always harp on this. Like, these are tools. The same way that any other form of amplifier is a tool, in the same way that an acoustic is not an electric, is not a bass, is not a kazoo. These modeling amplifiers are their own thing. So no, it doesn't replace necessarily that amp you've had for years that you love, but it can augment it by bringing you all sorts of convenience and functionality and features that you probably are not going to get unless you have a megaton of pedals. And yeah, these are great. I like the concept, and I like them even more now that I physically see them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Now-
this seems like a really good, actually, opportunity. We've got all these. You've seen us pressing the button to go through presets, which is fine and dandy when you're practicing. But on stage, you don't want to do that. You're busy doing stuff. So they do have.
No, really?
Yes, it's upside down, but this is a controller. It's a
Foot switch.
It's a foot switch, and I'm pretty sure this is wireless.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Where's my screwdriver? Where's my fancy screwdriver?
I don't know.
It's my cutting screwdriver. Oh, done lost it.
Oh. Yep.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Also, this is by Positive Grid. I don't know if there's anyone out there who have used Positive Grid's Bias. It's a piece of computer software that is an amp simulator that you would run like in your computer, whether it's in part of a DAW or on its own. So if you've ever had any experience with the Positive Grid Bias software, this is basically like that put into its own self-contained hardware unit.
Yeah. So yeah, it is wireless. Wirelessly control your Spark. Custom designed to pair seamlessly with the Spark amp and app. Spark Control allows you to wirelessly change presets, toggle effects, control backing tracks, and replay jam sessions.
I'm gonna be broke.
Yeah, you're gonna be broke.
I'm gonna be broke.
This is just.
Watch this. You know what? I'll wind up working all summer for free to pay one of these things off.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Oh, come on.
It's
Really?
actually, that's slick. How does it feel? Click a button. How does the button feel?
Nice,
Smooth. There's
yeah.
no big chunk.
Okay. As someone who has kicked things over by getting one's foot twisted around chords, anytime I see something that eliminates a chord, I think of, a clumsy person like myself not destroying something. So
Hey,
who knows what this might save.
Let's talk about eliminating more cords
All right.
with Positive Grid.
Positive grid. I'm
sometimes
positive. Yeah.
What
was this?
Check it out. This is the Positive Grid. Well, you got to show the camera. You just hoard it to
I
yourself.
want to see what it is first before I hold it up.
This is the Positive Grid Link system. It is a wireless guitar system. And I mean, they're pretty common now, wireless systems. But based on some of the quality that I've heard of, this is a ultra low latency wireless system.
I remember, so when wireless first came out, like anybody else who's ever tripped over a cord, I was intrigued, but I don't know. I wasn't convinced that the quality was there. I don't know. You drop signals and things, but these guys have been working this now for long enough. I'm assuming it's going to work pretty well. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, well, you can't because I
Only got one?
I only got one, and I special ordered it for John. So
Okay, well that's fine. When
I'm just
John
kidding.
comes in,
When John
he can
comes in
demo
and
it.
he plays this and he says, "Hey, yeah, this is awesome," well, then I'll bring in some more. So, but yeah, we can order these at any time too. So, I think it's time.
All right.
I think it's time. So we're gonna move. We're gonna have to move some of this stuff.
We are.
Okay.
Because even though this thing is 40 watts, probably somewhere in the back of your head you're thinking, yeah, but it's not going to really hold up in like a live setting.
How
where
am I
have
gonna
to-
play my gig? Well, new. This is a new product from Spark.
is? Okay.
I mean, these are all new to us, but Spark independently it has new products as well.
They existed before us.
They existed before. Well, no, we've been around a lot longer than Spark.
Really? Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, in that case, then here's their new thing.
Just in case you didn't know, this is Case's Music's 29th year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the heck is this? Does that say powered speaker?
This is the Spark Cab. Well, let's just open it. This is a 140 watt powered cab, full range, full frequency.
So does this pair with those? Is that the idea?
Yeah. Okay, I gotta put it on the floor. I take it away from you, Craig.
That's okay. I'm enjoying the
Accessories.
cab accessories. It says open me. Shovel bed.
But it does not say keep me, so just keep that in mind.
This is cables.
Cables?
Yeah.
Silica gel. Oh,
Silica gel.
It's so nice.
Silica gel?
I don't think I can open it.
You don't want to open the silica gel?
No, I don't. Okay.
Don't hurt yourself.
Well, this is now the first heavy thing we've seen from Spark. Okay. That's the Spark Cab. So, I'm going to give you a
on.
quick run through on what the back looks like. Well, here, I'll turn it around.
Turn it around, yeah. Oh, I want to explore these things.
Okay, so first and foremost, this little input at the top here is a dedicated Spark input.
So you would put one of these on top of one of those like a head?
100%. So you can run, because this does pair with any of the amps. So if you are like, hey, I only need this tiny little amp for at-home practicing, but when I want to go gig, I want to go big.
Did you make that up in the day?
I did it. It just came out, and I felt silly, but I love it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you can just take this, you run it into this. This input is specially designed for the output jack on any of the Spark amps to
Can you
seamlessly
use this
go.
without a Spark amp? Let's say you had a device, and let's say that device was creating, like, doing a sim, right? Like, what is this? Has got the two inputs there.
Yeah,
and
oh
they
yeah,
look like they're-
we've got the mixed 1/4-inch XLR combo inputs. Yeah, I mean,
I want to know if you could use it, like, let's say you were the sort of person who used a lot of amp sims while recording. So let's say your recording rig has, I don't know, software X that you're using, and that's your tone that you often record with. It would be pretty neat if you could just bring your laptop and be able to amplify that sound. That
well,
would
you
be very
absolutely
cool.
could. Right on the front of it says compatible with other instruments and amps. So, I mean, you don't have to treat it like a dedicated Positive Grid product. at the end of the day, it's a 140 watt, fully powered speaker, full range, full frequency speaker that's just designed to be optimized with the Spark stuff.
I don't want to say that this is pretty awesome, but when you put it all together, it does look pretty awesome.
It does.
Can I have it?
No,
All right.
no, I can't even take it myself. But we've also got on the back here, we've got a dedicated line out, balanced line out. So it's an XLR cable out. If you're running,
got
you
it
want to
in.
run from here into a PA system for your big like stadium shows and stuff, because we often play stadiums and it's a challenge for us. You got a ground lift on that, dedicated line out volume, charge out. That's a charge out.
I don't know what that's for. USB-C, charge up. I'll have to look that
I
up.
am guessing, we're gonna have to look it up, but I'm guessing that you can charge your smaller amps off of this when it's USB-C.
Oh,
Because
that's handy.
why wouldn't you? Now they do also make because Spark actually just came out with a 4-channel PA system as well, 750, I think. But if I'm wrong on the wattage, then we'll just snip that bit out. But yes, Spark came out with PA system as well. That's just a little bit beefier than this and has 4 channels instead of the 2 inputs that this has.
So high-level recap, we have these new things in. Ostensibly, they're amplifiers, but they're also more than that. This is a way of being able to explore and enjoy a whole ton of sounds conveniently, both in terms of the ease of use, because we were planning on needing to do a whole video before we explained how the phone thing worked, but that just went right off. So it's on your phone. It's a little amp. It's an even littler amp if you want. So the whole system scales. Ultimately, I think what all this means is you should come down to Cases Music and try out a Spark amp today.
Yeah, because that look at this, how great this little gig rig is.
Yeah. So seriously, you could have this is your home thing for practicing. You're noodling around. It's fine. You have a gig to do, so you go out and bang. All of a sudden, like you bring this thing with, done. And this is what? How many watts?
140.
140 solid state. So that is loud enough to do pretty much like a small room. Like if you were doing a gig in a room like this, you wouldn't need more than this. You'd run it out into the PA if it was larger. So for people who are looking for kind of a modern, technologically based way of creating music, this whole world is a very cool thing to explore. Again, no, it doesn't take the place of your tube amp, but it's a really cool friend for your tube amp to enjoy hanging out with.
Mm-hmm.
You always get that. People are always...
Oh, 100%.
It's like one of those like what do you like more, Star Trek or Star Wars? And then people fight it out. Who's stronger, Superman or Batman? And they fight it out, you know. And it's like the tube amp people versus the solid state people has been going on since like the 60s, I guess. And then now it's the amp sim versus the physical amp. But honestly, they're all different. That's the beauty of them. They're not the same. This might be the perfect thing for you. It might not be the perfect thing for someone else. But it's a super cool way of being able to enjoy, like I said, the variety, all the stuff you get in here. And maybe that's the other thing too, is you're not sure if you want a Fender, you don't know if you want a Marshall or an Orange. Geez, you don't know what kind of like ultimate dream amp is yours. The beauty is you can explore a bunch of them and you can kind of try out the digital models of them. And then maybe one day you're like, yeah, it's an Orange 8020 and I've always wanted one of those because that's the sim I always use. And so now you've learned a little bit as well.
And
so
this is a
education.
a kind of good point to talk about this as well. When you get into modeling amps, it's just like multi-effects pedals, in my opinion. You can, people always ask, oh, should I buy a bunch of pedals or should I buy a multi-effects pedal?
There isn't a right answer.
There isn't a right answer. When you get into multi-effects or amp modeling or effects modeling and stuff like this, this can do a really good job at a low price point. And then if you are playing and you're finding you're using specific things all the time and now it's time to upgrade, then you just upgrade that one specific thing. You don't eliminate all the other amazing functions of this.
No.
This little amp right here, this is $179.
Really? I was going to ask you if you knew the prices of them. But...
Yeah, this guy, I'm pretty sure is only $400. I'm pretty sure. so I'll confirm before I decide to edit this little chunk out. But price point is not really a barrier to get into this product. It's, I have tube amps on the floor right now they're around $2,000. That is a big barrier for a lot of people.
I will tell you something very, very honestly. I've been using digital stuff now for years. One of the biggest reasons for that has been that, like any other musician, I don't have an infinite amount of money to spend on stuff. And one of the reasons I really threw myself hard into the digital world was I realized that you can get an extraordinarily large palette of colors to paint with, when you're creating sound. And if you like exploring a whole bunch of different sounds, things like this are great for that. Mm-hmm. Like if the only thing you've ever wanted has been like a Marshall, with a 412, and that's your thing, and that's what you've always wanted, then that's what you need to have, yep. Right? But one of the cool things about this is it sort of lets you explore a little bit of everything. And if you're recording, which I do a lot of, one of the things that's nice about the modeling stuff as well is, maybe for one part of one song, you do want to have the sound of a Vox AC30, but you pretty much won't use it any other time. It's really nice to be able to kind of access that. Mm-hmm. The onus is usually, the secret with digital gear is figuring out how it is doing what it's doing and understanding what the original product did. So how does a Fender Twin behave? And then if you know that, then you make the model do the same kinds of things. So it's also really educational. Like you find out all of the quirks and all of the sort of classic sounds that come with, Marshalls and Fenders and Voxes and Oranges and whatever else is in here. Now this thing apparently also has bass amps and some kind of acoustic simulator. So we have not even started to scratch the surface of this, but it's super exciting today because digital allows just so much creativity to happen at such a low price. So yeah, if you're rich, I guess maybe this isn't that appealing, but if you're like the rest of us, then it's
great.
Game changing.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for part one. Stick around for part two because we are going to do a little bit of a deep dive on the app. Not a crazy deep dive, a surface dive for us. I say, we're not going to get into specific programs.
We're going to figure out how it works. We're going to figure out how it works. Enough, we can demo it easily for you, show you how it works, and just kind of take you through. The best thing too is I have an iPhone, you have an Android, right?
Yep.
So we'll be able to demo no matter what flavor of phone you may prefer. We will be able to show you how the app works on your phone and how it all kind of tie in. Mm-hmm. So yeah, very modern, very cool, very now. We're going to give you more information about this, but by all means, come down and check out the Spark stuff. It's really friggin' cool.
Really?
Sorry, cool. Kick two. It's really cool. In case you have to cut out that other bit.
Oh yeah. Potty mouth, right? Ciao for now.
Bye, guys.